look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, in this reaction video, I'm going to bring you a woman that's going to tell you that a lot of women think that getting an abortion is a walk in the park. So they use that as a way of justifying lifestyles of promiscuity. That's going to be the second lady on the second clip. But first, I want to show you a lady who want to blame a man for getting her pregnant. And yeah, it gets kind of weirder than that. So let me go ahead and get into this thing for you right quick. Boom. Hold on. Ain't the one talking to. All right. Like I always say, let's get it.
Y'all keep in mind, this nigga wanted the baby. Like, keep in mind, this nigga had my ovulation tracking his phone. Keep in mind, this nigga planned to get me pregnant. Like, he planned to get me pregnant. Knowing I didn't want a third child because I was already like, it was not hard, but it was going to be hard if I had another kid. Like, I knew I wouldn't be able to afford having 3 kids. And guess what? I had a third kid. Okay, y'all gonna be like, oh, you should use protection, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all opinions. Y'all not me. Y'all don't know the fucking life I live. I don't give a fuck. So, I don't care. I don't care. So, I asked him for help, and he's asked every fucking excuse. Y'all keep in mind, I was struggling last year. Like, it was like one point of last year I was struggling. I didn't get none of my taxes.
It be so hard to empathize with people that be having 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5 kids, knowing that you already struggling with one.
I'm gonna have to say this. I entirely agree with this lady on the screen with the succulent titties. She is correct. I don't understand why women who are struggling raising one child, okay? You don't have a husband. You're raising a child as a single mother. Why do you continue to keep getting pregnant by the same man or by another man or by multiple men? Because that's what we see all the time in the black community. The numbers don't add up. You know what your checking account looks like. You know what your savings account look like. You know what you can and cannot afford. You know what bills that you are behind on. And you know how much of a financial debt you have when it comes to these children. You understand that these children are weighing you down financially, or just one child, because you have to ask your family for help or borrow money. You have to ask your friends for a variety of different type of helps or borrow money. So why do you keep on having children with a man or multiple men? All you're doing is bringing these children up in poverty, which increases the chances and likelihood that they themselves may become thieves, drug dealers, murderers, perverts, or the worst type of people, because there's no father there guiding, a good man now, guiding the children. Let's get back to the woman with the titties.
You talking about you let this man trap you, because essentially that's what he did. She also went on to say that if she got with another man, he would crash out. He stole her income tax check because she let him claim the baby. It's just all a mess. And then you gonna get up here and cuss us out like a dog in the street? Girl, you got on TikTok, you left your comment section open. There's a lot of people empathizing with her, siding with her. Oh yeah, because a man will trap you and a man gonna beg you. But you have the ultimate choice. It's your womb. Yes, a man will trap you. Yes, it is solely up to a man to get you pregnant, because that's the only way an egg is going to get fertilized if a man shoot it up. But it is up to you whether or not you keep a baby or whether or not you're not, it's up to you. So it's hard for me to empathize, because it's like, you already got 2 kids in poverty, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, you're not rich. So why would you allow a man? He didn't give you a ring, and I'm not saying that getting married is going to absolve you of having issues, because baby, that does not help. But sometimes in some other cases, like, at least if y'all was married, you getting a divorce, maybe you can get a little alimony or something. I don't know. But at the end of the day, why would you have a baby for a man and you didn't want to do it?
Exactly. See, these women don't want to have any type of self-accountability at all, okay? Yes, they want to say, well, you got her pregnant. And I can, what's the right word for that? I can retort. I can retort with this right here. Yeah, that might be the case. But who deals with the worst of it all? Who is it that got to carry the child? Who is it that feet will become swollen from carrying the baby weight all day long. Who most likely will be stuck with the rearing of the child if I am a Pookie, a Ray Ray, or a Nook Nook, a man who doesn't want to be responsible? Who is going to do those things? And you know the answer is the woman. So if the woman understands that if she has the child, she's going to be dealing with the workload and the stress the most, then why don't you use some type of contraceptive or keep your damn legs closed? And this woman right here, I like when I hear some women that speak with a little bit of common sense sometimes, like this woman here, speak a little bit, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And she's very passionate as I observe her titties bounce. This is a men's channel, so don't get offended. I just watch them when they bounce, and it helps me to focus upon the topic, okay? It helps me focus upon the topic, all right? When I was in school, you know, you used to read shit on the TV with the bouncing ball. When they were singing a song, the ball would bounce and bounce and bounce on the words to teach you, to keep your attention. This is helping me the same way. So don't judge me. Keep your judgment to yourself.
We have control. We cannot keep blaming everybody for our issues. Now, if you got one kid and you really didn't know, that's different. But 2 and 3 and 4 and multiple baby daddies, I'm trying not to judge, but I just want this to be a telltale and a cautionary sign to women. If you are struggling with 1 child, do not have 2. If you are struggling with 2 children, do not have 3. Don't do it. And only have children when you want to be a mother, and you know that, God forbid, if you had to go at this alone, you will be able to handle it on your own. Because a man, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. And it's very sad, but that's typically how it goes. A man will use you, trap you because he just wants to have access to you forever. But that doesn't mean that he has intention on actually being a family with you. What y'all think about this? Spread love is the book.
I'm gonna tell you something. She's right. But only weak men do that. Only men who are losers that will intentionally try to get a bride pregnant so he can have full access to her. A real man be like, man, she don't want me, fuck her. I get another one. I'm just letting you know, man. Only suckers do shit like that, man. You know what I mean? And you women are so dumb that you allow it to happen. So I can't even be too mad at them. You let it happen. Can you dig it? I know you don't want to dig it, but you got to dig it because you're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me go ahead and put this lady on here about the abortion thing. I want you to hear what she got to say. Yeah, her titties ain't as big as the other ones, you know what I'm saying, unfortunately, but we're going to watch it anyway. We're going to learn together today, okay?
And let me say this before I
Excuse me. Follow the bouncing ball.
leave. Seeing the amount of Black women telling Coi Leray to just go get an abortion is alarming. It's alarming and it's strange. And I want y'all to know that y'all have normalized very traumatic experiences for the sake of sleeping with a man. Abortions are traumatic, just the same as giving birth. I don't care what none of y'all say. And to tell a very pregnant woman that she should just go get one because it's a walk in the park is crazy. What Black women need to hear is that we need to love ourselves more. I feel like in relationships, we put love before logic. It's not logical to have a man's baby just because y'all been together for a couple years or just.
It's not love. Well, love is a feeling. But I'm going to say, like, it's not love before logic. It's feelings before logic, even though love is a feeling. That's what that is. Women are not searching for compatibility. They are looking for good feelings and commonalities. What do we have in common? Do we like the same things? Do we dislike the same things? Or is he attractive? Those are what women look for. They're not looking for compatibility. They tell you that shit all goddamn long, but they don't. This is why you find women who have good grades in college, got a good career planned in the future, doing really well, but then they fall off because they get with the wrong man. They start doing drugs and stuff. They catch an STD. They get pregnant, have to drop out of high school, have to drop out of college, got to drop out of graduate school, got to drop out of everything, got to quit the job and stuff like that because she decided to be with the wrong man. And she chose to be with that Pookie. She chose to be with that man. Women are not sensible. A lot of times you got to think for a woman, even though they got degrees and supposed to be educated and quote unquote have common sense, which I seriously doubt because I don't see too many women with common sense in my most humble opinion. A woman is like a child, especially the women of today. They don't have the ability to think rationally. They can problem solve to an extent. They can figure out certain problems. They can map out a path to get to a career. They can move up the corporate ladder. But when it comes to personal relationships, they are dumb as a box of rocks. Have you noticed that? I'm talking about women who are educated, and I'm sure as hell talking about women who are not. Oh, I know I'm gonna piss somebody off with that. But let's keep on going. Can you dig it?
Or just because he said he wants you to have his baby. I cannot tell y'all the amount of people who looked at me crazy because I left my long-term relationship without a child. They was like, well, why y'all didn't get pregnant? Why he didn't get you pregnant? Bitch, because I'm not ready. I don't have to have this man's baby just because. And I feel like in our community, we're like programmed to think that way. Like, well, I love him and he loved me, so let's just get pregnant. No, love is not enough in a lot of these circumstances. Are our life goals aligned? Have you showed me that you can be loyal, can be faithful? A lot of these men cannot. The sad truth is the average man right now ain't shit. They ain't shit because the patriarchy produces very weak men.
Okay, because she been go left. Let me tell you something. It ain't the patriarchy that produces weak men, because that is just really a contradiction. The patriarchy will inspire young boys to be great men, which are leaders and stuff like that. Trailblazers, trendsetters. That's what the patriarchy puts out there. The men that ain't shit are the men that you choose, which means you ain't shit because your judgment is shit. Okay, but one thing she was right about, love is not enough. Love is not enough to raise a child. Love is good to have there. It's a great thing to have there. But love don't pay bills, and love don't discipline, love don't correct, love don't set order. Well, it can as a motivational factor. This is why I'm doing this. This is why I am disciplining you, because of this right here. But aside from love, you got to have a sack of balls as a man to run a family. And you got to be a woman who has femininity to contribute to a family. So love ain't enough. Love is the very few things in life where love is enough. Love is always good to have, but love can be misguided. You can love the wrong person and mess your whole life up. You know, a lot of people have died over love. You ever heard of them love triangles? When there's three people, one is cheating, but both these men are in love with her, or both these women are loving him. Love is there's a rapper way back in the day, baby, named KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. Can you dig it? Think East Coast rapper, right? I'm telling you this as a Southerner. He had a song, and it's the truth. When you get a chance, young folks, go listen to it. It's called "Love Gonna Get You." Love gonna get you. Love gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Now, what he talk about is the different types of love. The love for materialism, the love for fame. You know, those type of loves that can bring bad things to yourself. And you see that today, a lot of women today, they are in love with pleasures and fame and money. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. Love's gonna. All right, so anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode here. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. And y'all take it easy now, yeah?
Ooh, ooh, ooh.